Hello and welcome. In today's tutorial, you will be taking a look at the APG-63 Pulse-Doppler radar, the radar on board our F-15. Not only can the radar detect airborne targets, but it can also tell you what the target is and whose side it is on. You must understand how the radar works before you can even hope to attempt any sort of combat in the F-15 Eagle. It is a very, very clear morning. Anyway, let's get to it. Down here we have the two primary displays of the F-15C. The lower one displays the armament on the F-15 and what we are carrying on board. While important for the radar, it is not essential and will not be covered in depth in this tutorial. The upper one is the VSD, or Vertical Situation Display. This is the primary instrument we'll be looking at when using our radar. First, we must enter BVR mode, as I have done. Next, of course, we must turn on our radar. By default, the radar enters RWS mode. Let's have a closer look. The radar display is composed of a 4x4 grid with the range scale at the top and the elevation meter on the left. In the center we have our target designator, represented by those two lines. You can slew these back and forth and up and down. This is what you use to designate your target. In the upper right you have the range, which is the range from your aircraft's nose to the top of the scope. Currently this is 20 miles. The range scale can be changed using the plus and minus keys on the keyboard. The maximum angle to the left and right of our nose that the radar searches is known as the azimuth angle. Currently our azimuth is set to 60 degrees left and right of our nose. This can be changed to 30 degrees, which results in a faster search. However, you will be scanning a smaller airspace. On the left-hand side we have two circles with numbers next to them. This is the elevation of our radar antenna. The elevation can be changed using the respective functions within LockOn. Increase it to look at targets above you, and decrease it to look at targets below you. The numbers shown next to the elevation scale are altitudes. Currently the two altitudes are 11,000 feet and 22,000 feet. These altitudes are dependent upon the position of your target designator. As you move the target designator up, the difference between these two numbers gets larger. The opposite happens when you bring the target designator towards you. This is because these are the altitudes your radar is scanning between at the range of your target designator. As you get farther away, the radar cone is scanning a much larger area. Okay, let's see it in action. Our target is represented by the horizontal green dash. I slew the target designator over the target and then lock. We are now in what is called STT mode, or single target track mode. All of our radar energy is now focused on this one target. We're going to be launching at this guy with an AIM-120 Sparrow. Confirm your selection on the weapons display. The right side of the screen has now turned into the DLZ, or Dynamic Launch Zone. This displays a range to the target, and an arrow representing where the target is on that range, and a number next to that showing its closure rate, which is currently positive. If it is positive, we are getting closer to the target. If it is negative, we are getting farther away. The absolute value of the number shows how fast its position is changing relative to you, in knots. In our HUD, we have similar information shown. On the right, we have our DLZ, which is next to the altimeter, and we have our box representing the location of our target. When we are in a good position to fire, a triangle will appear under the box and the lights on the canopy will light up, as they are now. Below the airspeed scale, we can confirm that we have the AIM-120 selected. It shows 7M and then a 2, meaning that we have 2 available to fire. Once you're ready to fire, push the pickle button. Arrow, Fox 1. The AIM-120 Sparrow requires that we maintain lock all the way to impact. This is the same for all semi-active radar homing missiles. In the bottom left of the HUD, we have a time to impact timer. Ooh, right on time. Splash 1 IL-76.